Alright guys, back again. Quick update. So you remember when I was telling you about what I was into? I was in Ford, call to 15, Zillow, call to 55, UUP 28.5 calls. Okay. So 5 UUP, 5 Ford, and just the one Zillow. So basically, and then we're going to update on what happened with Powell talking. So basically the Ford, let's pull up Ford, new window. So hopefully that you guys can see it clearly now. And let's go all the way over here like this. Alright. Time frame. 1 day. Okay, so we were talking about getting in here once it came back up to around here. So that 14:55 mark is when I got those 15 calls. I got 5 of them in Ford. So went to work today, looked at it, and I think it was trading at 14.90, 14.95. So I waited a little bit because it looked like it was going to cross the 15 mark, 15.13. So then I just sold 2 for 33 each. All right, so $33 each. I got all 5 for 10, so I just sold the 2 to cover my initial expense, which was $50 to get the 5 calls, plus some in my pocket. So these 3, I was, technically I can let them ride, right? They don't expire until next week. I'm probably going to sell all of them tomorrow, but I'll see because it might only be 1 or 2 depending on how it goes. But so again, 63 out of that initial investment is back in my pocket. Now these are free. Okay, so Zillow. Let's check out Zillow because this is technically a loser right now, right? So I'm down on Zillow. What happened was they just had a sell-off today. Like it was no bad news, no anything, just a sell-off. Came down to around where their moving average is. I think this is the five moving average purple line that you see. So this isn't really unhealthy for me. I mean, it's kind of a healthy pullback because when you pull up the, let's see, indicators, RSI, at least one. Yeah, it was already, up there. It needed a little reset. So hopefully, I still got them. It's good until next week also, I believe. Yep, the 7th of July. So, we'll see. I think I'll hold it into next week or tomorrow, seeing how it goes. But I still think that it curves back around. It's probably going to form like a little cup right here. Probably a little cup. No, I mean, this is the cup, so you're going to probably get your little handle right here. But we're going to see how it comes out. Probably give you guys an update tomorrow on it. UUP. So we got 5 contracts right here. And I believe we got in around right here in this area. I want to say 28.30 to the 28, maybe 28.40 right here. Okay, just because the RSI was good, but really, let's see if I can. CCI. CCI is good. It's kind of over, but I just need a little bitty move up more. They're up right now. I think I got them at 15, 14 each, and I think they're at 19 right now, so it's still in the profit. But I just wanted a little bit more before I decided to sell them. Seeing the MACD looks like it's about to cross too. So, and these are good until I believe I have. Is it 2 weeks? 14th, yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks for that to play out. So I'm hoping to get around here the 28.71 mark. But I might take some off at 21.60, 21.65. But we'll see. We'll see how it works out. But still, that one's in the green. Looks good. For Zillow UUPs, that's our options. I mean, we can check out Fngr, but this is my, speculation. And we already took our initial profit off of this. So these 2 that you see, $7 free ride till the 21st. It needed this pullback. A lot of people may not agree with that. Let me get these other indicators out of here so you can see better. Yeah, it needed this. It needed this. The 200 is somewhere, I believe, down here at the 286, 240 level. But it had hit that level, and then, it's giving me that green hammer. So I'm thinking that it's going to start to come back up. There's weird activity going on behind the scenes in this, and I just think it's like I think there's a bear raid going on for margin requirement purposes. But, we'll see what tomorrow brings. We still got a lot of time in that 2-3 weeks. So, alright, so now let's just go to the SPY so I can tell you about Powell. Because he talked yesterday, and, nothing really, he didn't say anything that was like Jackson Hole, which if you don't remember Jackson Hole, the Fed meeting before Jackson Hole, he was kind of giving the market the nod to where, everything's green. And then Jackson Hole came, and when he talked, it was just heavy scrutiny. He was basically, chiding all investors. Yeah, I mean, he didn't directly go for investors, but he just gave you a whole lot of information of we're not where we need to be. We're going to need to do more rate hikes, more rate hikes. With this, you didn't get any of that. Now, what you did get was, he doesn't think we're going to be near 2% inflation until like 2024 or 2025, which a lot of people, or at least the market, is not, I guess they're just skipping over it. But one thing that he did highlight a whole bunch of times was PCE, right? So PCE data actually comes out tomorrow, and I believe it's price consumer expenditures. Price consumer expenditures. I'll tell you guys the whole acronym on that tomorrow. But actually, hold on, let me see if I can. Give you a definition right now. PCE definition. Yeah, personal consumption expenditures. Consumer spending is basically what it is a measure of the spending on goods and services by people of the United States. So the number that we're going to watch on that is the core number, the core PCE number is going to be, I think, what's going to give us a direction on the overall market, okay? Because, he talked about it a bunch, like he said it maybe 3 or 5 times. So if the PCE comes and the number is under what is expected, not higher, you're probably going to get a good move. Like, you're already forming a nice little, this is going to be your support. Your support's probably right around here at 430. But I got mine at 429 because I just think that's where it is. So, but it's looking like this is forming support. So if you get that number under what they're expecting, there is, some people say that there's a little bit of resistance at 430, 438, 439. I don't think it's a lot. I just think that it just seems that way. I really don't think that it's important at all. I think 442 is more important than that. But anyway, if the number comes on like under and it's significantly under, you're probably gonna go and touch 442, and by next week, we're probably gonna be close to 447, 450. That's my take. That's why I told you guys about the bet that I had on the last video because it's not off of TA. It's just that's just what I think is going to happen. The market going up to 440. So I have 447 call for next week. It was cheap. Next Friday. So another thing that came out today actually was jobless data, and it was significantly under, right? So it was terrific news. And normally jobs data like heavily influences the SPY, but you barely saw any reaction. And I think it's because either it's delayed or they're waiting for what the PCE number is going to be, and that comes out at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, right before market actually opens. So now, if it doesn't go under and it's more above, then you're probably going to come down to, what are we at, 438? We'll probably come down to 434, 432. and then 431, 432, yeah. And I don't think that means like the start of a downturn in the market. It's just going to be one of those things that brings it down for a little bit until next week comes along, right? So, and then nobody really talked about this, but if it actually comes in at expected, I don't think that you see much of, I don't think you get much of a downward move. I think, it's expected, and it's been that way for a while, but here we are still running up. So I just don't think that we'll go and have a nice little 440, 442 day. You might just get, 439, 440. And it might be choppy, you know. But that's what I have for that. Okay. So we talked about one of our forward calls, right? I still think that this has continuation to go. I'm thinking 1550. The initial breakout of this whole move, it's been here for months, a year, basically. Yeah, it takes it up to at least $16, and then on the bigger time frame, $18, right? I'm not betting on all of that. I'm just gonna take little nibbles as I go. Like when I was down here, I played it to here, got out, got in again around here, played it to here, here, and then I came back right here again for this move up to 15.5. So then we also talked about Zillow. I think that it has room to still go. I just think that it had like a little reset day for the RSI, a little bit of set off. Nothing crazy in the news. I just think it needs just a brief little breathe. Now, if the news comes back on the PCE data, I think that will help us out with this. At least get us back to the 51.2, 51.3 level. It actually moves pretty good when it's moving. Either way, it moves more than I thought it did. Most of the stocks I trade like this, like Ford, um, Coca-Cola, SPY, I've been watching them a while. The dollar, I've been watching them a while. Zillow is a new one, but I was interested in it. Might also take a look at O. This is one of my long-term puts, right, until September. But right now, I just see that it has temporary strength, and I'm thinking I'm going to get a call to get back up to this 61, 62 level, at least back up here for like a double touch. I don't, because it's got something going on. It looks like it's trying to make a pattern, and I haven't figured out what kind of pattern it's making just yet. But it looks like it's trying to do something else. But this looks like lower right here, higher low, right? So it's either going to, I don't know, I'm going to watch it, but I'm thinking it goes higher from here. I'm thinking it goes up here again, and then we'll see what it does. It might come back in here, it might break out and just go that way, and then I have to sell the puts and change course. But, that's the name of the game. So, Fngr, we talked about that. Still think it's good. We're going to see what tomorrow brings. Again, free options. So we're going to see what that brings us. We have about three weeks, so we'll just let that go. And then the dollar. Okay. So I told you that, I got calls on this, and then you're thinking, oh, you got calls on the SPY too. Because normally when the dollar goes up, SPY goes down. But multiple times this year, I've seen the dollar go up and the overall market go up, and it's not supposed to do that, but it does. So I'm gonna still stay here. I think that 28.71 level, and then on the plus side, if the news is bad on the PCE, that's gonna make the dollar go up too. So still got some exposure short, so that works out. So again, Ford around 15.5 level. SPY, we're watching PCE data. We're looking for that at the beginning of the market tomorrow. If it's under 442, first 439 reclaim, 440, 442. If it is higher than expected, you're looking for 434, 432. That's what I'm going for. Zillow, we're gonna wait and see. UUP, it's probably still gonna do its thing. Fngr, Fngr stock, I still see it continuing, but we're gonna watch it tomorrow. All right, guys, I will see you next time.